The king in the north! The king in the north!
Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. Now let's just get into it. So I was doing a little thinking about just the team and about the past. Honestly, I saw a Deion Sanders video and it made me start thinking about the number 1 and number 2 jerseys and what it meant. And then I just started thinking about who should be that dude and who it's your time. It's your time. So this is just some of the players that I feel like it's your time. Go out and put up numbers. This your season to put up numbers. So let's just get into it. Cornelius Johnson. This dude been on campus for what, 5 years now? It's time for you to put up some numbers. Ronnie Bell is gone. Ronnie is gone. What did he have last year? 32 catches, 499 yards, 6 TDs. It's not bad numbers, honestly, as little as we throw it, but take it up a notch. Ronnie's gone. It's time for you to take it up a notch. You've been starting for 3 years. It's time to start toasting, roasting dudes to a crisp, like you did Ohio State. It's time to start doing that consistently. And I know somebody's going to say, we don't throw enough. That's true. But you know what? And this is on JJ, and I'm going to get to him later. We throw it, but if you're efficient, then they don't get a chance to run it. When they call that go route, you execute it 70 yards. When they call that deep post, you execute it 70, 80 yards. The same way we did against Ohio State. That's execution. You ain't got the chance to run it. Because I'm in the end zone celebrating. So that's what it is. Time to take that step up and start accomplishing those goals individually to put up them numbers. This your year. This your year. So that's just how I feel about it. If we still had the number 1, I was talking to Monk about this, and that's what made it get on my mind. He should honestly be wearing the number 1, getting ready to kill folks this year on those play action passes and things like that, like in the 2000s and 90s. That should be his number, honestly. But he has to be consistent and take that next step of I am that dude. It's a go-to receiver. It's me. Cornelius. So that's 1. Cornelius Johnson. Show year. Put up some numbers. Get to 1,000 yards. Get to 10 TDs. It's there for you. You're gonna get the opportunities. Second on the list. And this list is dudes that have shown potential, and now it's come on, it's your time. They either been on campus or have showed potential and haven't fully maximized it. Now it's their time. So that's why Blake Corum, Donovan Edwards, they won't be on here. Them dudes are beasts. All they have to do is stay healthy. Oh, and hopefully Blake is 100% and the guy that we know him to be. But that's why they're not going to be on here. Because them dudes already studs. All they got to do is stay healthy, and they're going to put up monster numbers. Okay, next, Roman Wilson. Roman Wilson. And Roman Wilson is on here because Roman Wilson, last year, he started off like he was going to have a monster year. Then he got hurt. Then they stopped getting it to him on screens and all that stuff. So, he ended up with what? 376, 25 catches, 376 yards, and 4 TDs. But he started off really well. So from those first few games, you would have thought he would have had about 700, 800. But then he just kind of got hurt, and then they just stopped Stop throwing those screens to him and things like that. This dude is a beast. As far as speed, I haven't seen a team yet that he can't get deep on if he wants to, and they're trying to get deep. If we're trying to get deep and he wants to get deep, he gonna get deep. I don't care who we've played, TCU, Georgia, Ohio State, this dude will beat man coverage. You better have that safety over the top, and he better be ready and in the right position, or Roman gonna burn you. So it's time to hit on those deep balls to him. Get this man the ball in space. I don't care if it's screens. I don't care if it's slants. Get this man the ball. Now, can he stay healthy? That we'll have to find out. But as long as he is, get him the ball. He gonna do something with it. The potential is there. You've been on campus. You might need to hit the weight room a little harder, but it's all there. This your year, dog. This your year. Same thing, same as Cornelius. Cornelius just stays healthy. That's the only difference. But Roman, this your year, my dog, my G. This your year. Ain't no reason for you not to have at least 600-700 yards. I really want to say 1,000. We just don't throw it enough. But if you're efficient in executing, you maybe could get that. It's very possible. Because last year we had quite a few games where they just wasn't executing. Whether it was the receivers, whether it was JJ, just wasn't executing. And Harbaugh said, all right, that's enough of that. Hand that rock off every time. So when I speak about them, it's about execution. And I was going to save him, but since I'm talking receivers, JJ McCarthy, step on up, my brother, the prodigal son. Show year, dog. It's your year. Because you're going to lose some of these receivers, some of this offensive line. You might lose your backs. This your year to maximize it and go and get you a ring and maybe get on down. I'm just being real. Because next year, it's going to be a lot of fluctuation. I don't know what the team going to look like next year. This your year. Took the job from Cade, got all those reps, went to the playoff again, made mistakes, learned from them. It's your time. It's your time to put up numbers and execute. Harbaugh only wants to throw it 16, 17 times. Execute those plays every time. Execute them. To where Blake and them boys, they're waiting for the second half because you executing. Same way you did those first two starts against Hawaii or whoever. When you came in, just executing. Whether it was run, pass, you was executing. Touchdowns. That's what it's about. You execute, you're going to get your stats. You're going to get your numbers. It's all about executing. If you ain't executing, Harbaugh going to run that rock. Then you're going to be, it's going to be good, but you're trying to put up these numbers, get you a Heisman or something. Put up them numbers. So that's what it's about. You got the reps. You got the talent. It's about executing, throwing the ball, throwing guys open now. Leading receivers so they can catch and run, not just catch it and then have to get down and stuff like that. No, lead him so he can catch and get 50 after the catch. Things like that. Reading those defenses so you're not throwing that pick six on an out route. You know, he's sitting on it. I can't make that throw. Showtime. So all of y'all are Cornelius, Roman, JJ, y'all all relying on each other to execute. But hey, all three of y'all can be that dude. Can be those dudes. Cornelius on one side, Roman in the slot or on the outside, and JJ slinging that rock. Let's get it. It's right there. You're going to have a good or great offensive line. We know you're going to have backs so they're going to be worried about Blake and Donovan going 60 in a cloud of smoke. So when them safeties come up, you light them up. Simple as that. So it's all there. This offense should be killing people, teams, but it's all on JJ knowing what to do, running the read, things like that, executing. When the coaches call those deep pass plays, executing it, knowing when to rifle it in there, knowing when to put more air on it so it drops in. But this your time. You got spring ball. It's your time, dog. Because this team as a whole is playoff ready. But you can make them national championship ready if you that dude. Because I think these receivers, it's these two, Cornelius and Roman, they've been on the big stage. These dudes can show up and show out. So it's about executing. But these are my turn into those dudes. All right. Now we got Junior Colson. Junior Colson played as a freshman, started all last year. And as much as I was on him for tackling soft, 101 tackles, 2 sacks. You right at the cusp. All Junior Colson needs is some fine-tuning of his craft. That's all he needs. He's right on the cusp of being something real serious. But all it is film work, angles, film work and working on his angles and coming with some pop. But he's right on the cusp of being able to have 130 tackles, 140 tackles. I promise you. It's just angles and understanding what the offense is trying to do. But he ain't that far off. So, and also playing in the zone coverage. Working on that. But if he just keeps fine-tuning his game and his craft, this dude can easily have 125 tackles this year. And about 3 or 4 sacks. He's on the edge of being something serious. Possibly All-American. It's right there. It's right there. Ain't much to say with this dude because he already slick balling. He just don't come with no pop. But hopefully somebody is letting him know, bro, you got to run through. You got to run through these dudes. You got to run through. Simple as that. Work on your angles, your vision. Sideline to sideline. Get you 125, get you 130 tackles. Like, what's his name? Josh Ross, I think he might have had more tackles. I don't know. I know he had 100. I don't know if it was like 120 or what, but Junior Colson got the potential to get 125 tackles. He already had 101 last year. So with the playoff, you can make 120, 130 easily. He just got to fine tune what he's already doing. He's right there. So I'm looking for him take that next step, dog. Let's see. Rod Moore. This your year, bro. This your year. Started the last few games as a freshman, making plays. Last year, probably the most consistent safety, well, easily the most consistent safety. Take that next step. 71 tackles, 4 picks. This year, with your mind and your eye for the game, because at safety, you have to see it and understand what they're trying to do so you're somewhere they don't expect you to be. Thought you was going to throw a slant. I'm on that, dog. I'm on that. Give me that. You trying to run a post. You thought you was going to get that skinny post. I'm here. Pick. Thank you. You got to be somewhere they don't expect you to be. This dude sees that. He's got that eye. He does his film work. So, to me, Rod Moore just needs to gain a little more weight so he can get guys to the ground. When he hits somebody, they go down. They ain't trying to fight for yards and stuff like that. He's a good tackler. He's just light. You gotta gain a little more weight so you can lay that wood. But as far as his vision, I think that's only gonna get better. 4 picks. Go out there and get us 7 or 8, dog. Go out there and be something serious. So you shoot up those draft boards. Because you already shot up last year. Go out there and get you 8 picks. It ain't. You could have had 7 or 8 last year. You dropped at least 2 or 3, I can remember. So, it's your time. All-American. Rod Moore can be an All-American. He just gotta catch them picks. He could have had about 2 in the Ohio State game alone. It's just about making those plays. Last year, sometimes you thought you were guessing right. This year, you know you guessing right. You jump them passes, and you ain't just trying to jump and get a pick. No, you jumping and you thinking, I'm taking this to the house. I ain't even worried about the pick. I know I got that. I'm worried about is somebody about to catch me. I'm getting it. You jump into play. You already thinking about what dance you about to do. That's the mindset. I know I'm about to pick it. I'm about to go dance in the end zone. See ya. Rod Moore, All-American. It's right there for you. You already got the work ethic. All you got to do is get your body in the best shape. So now you exploding on passes faster. You getting there faster. But he's already got everything he needs. He just has to gain a little weight, get in the weight room a little more. So now he's going to realize his body can do more because I'm just in the best shape ever. So Rod Moore, I expect big things out of him regardless because he's already got the vision, the mindset. He wants to be great. Let's see. Chris Jenkins. It's your time. Mozzie was a good leader. I can't say great because of that, the little gun incident, which was before the playoffs. I'm going to get to that at the end. I want to rant about the playoff for a second. But Chris Jenkins, 54 tackles, that's good for a D tackle, 2.5 sacks. You got the tackles. You can bump that up maybe to 60 or 70. Get us 5 sacks, dog. Because you ain't just the biggest D tackle. Go out there and get us 5 sacks. And I will say he was getting held a lot last year. But hey, you the leader now. Go out there and get you 5 of them sacks. It's there for you. You got the potential. You right on the cusp. So this year, it's expected of you to do this. You the next man up. I mean, other leaders have left. You started last year. You that dude now. Show him. So it ain't much to say about him. He been right there. Okay. Now I got these are hopefuls. These are just 2 hopefuls because we need them, honestly. I know we got the transfer at edge. We'll see what he does and how he can acclimate to the Big Ten. But Jalen Harrell, 3.5 sacks. McGregor, 2.5 sacks. I need one of y'all to explode. One of y'all explode and say, oh, y'all thought I wasn't going to get better? Y'all thought I wasn't putting in the training? Y'all thought I wasn't in the weight room? Y'all thought I wasn't doing film work? Y'all thought I wasn't working on my spin move? Y'all thought I wasn't working on my bull rush? Guess again. This is my year. McGregor, you've been dealing with injuries, all this stuff. You've been around. You healthy right now? This your year. Go out there and get 7 to 8 sacks. That ain't asking too much. You're going to be playing a ton. Go out there and get 7 to 8. Jalen Harrell, you should have been killing last year. I'm going to keep it real. I was expecting you to have about 6 sacks at least 5. You had 3.5, bro. Bro, you can get 10 sacks. As big and as athletic as you are, you should be able to get 10. If you're working on your craft. Working on that bull rush. Working on that spin move. Doing your film work. So when you see those plays, you know what rush you need to come with. Like, these 2 dudes, we need them to step up because they've been around. It's time to progress. Jalen Harrell, you probably had 3 sacks 2 years ago. You should have had at least 5 last year. It's your time. It's your time, honestly. So those are my hopefuls. I'm hoping those two can reach that level because we need them to. They've been around, and there's no reason they both got potential. It's just about honing in on your craft, putting that work in. Football about putting in that work. All sports are. All sports are about putting in that work. But football is something special about football. And it's just, to me, because you don't need anything but some cones to get better for the most part. Like, that's all you need for the most part is some cones. And you can get better at football. Cones, your weights, eating right, which they're at college, so it's not like they're in high school or something. These dudes got the best of everything. Put that work in to be great. Figure out how to do the spin move. Figure out the bull rush. Figure these things out. Figure out these quarterback tendencies. Film, it's all there. You just have to put in that work. It ain't like you ain't gonna get a payday for putting in the work. So that's just what it is. Now, I wanted to talk about real quick the playoff, and this ain't gonna be long. This is just about when we went into the playoff. I mean, we limped into the playoff. Honestly, we limped in. Honestly, and this isn't an excuse or something. This is just something that I thought about. You had, and I'm just gonna break it down real quick. You had Mozzie with the gun charge or whatever, trying to get them to set the court date back so he could play in the playoff game and everything. Even though he did, it's just something else going on. You know what I'm saying? It's something else going on. Dudes talking and stuff, doing too much talking. You take it like that Ohio State game. Well, I can't say the Ohio State game because they've been talking about the Ohio State game. They just been backing it up now. But ain't no need to talk. This year in the playoff, ain't no need to talk. Just go out there and show it. So you had the Mozzie, the gun charge, the talking. Blake gets hurt before the Illinois game. He's out for the season. Our best player on the team, honestly. Donovan Edwards' hand or thumb is broken, so he's running, but he's not his full potential. You know what I'm saying? Shoemaker in and out with injuries, you know what I'm saying? Mike Morris gets knocked out or the Illinois game, I believe, gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? So we limped into the playoff, honestly. We limped in there. With a lot of mess going on with, you know what I'm saying? So the injuries, what can you do? But honestly, Michigan limped into the playoff with everything that was going on and all the injuries. But ain't no excuses on that field. That's just something I was thinking about, what really kind of happened. You know what I'm saying? Because, we don't believe in excuses, but that was just what happened. So, but that's all I got for this one, y'all. Those are my players that this y'all year. Make it happen. Show that potential. You've been on campus for a while. Most of them long time. Show up and show out. Show up and show out, honestly. Wait, I got one more. That this isn't I guess you could say this is a hopeful, but this dude, Will Johnson, we need you to be that dude this year. Because next year, 2024, I don't know how the team gonna look. Will Johnson, 27 tackles, 3 picks as a true freshman. Come out and be that dude. And you know who I mean by that dude. Charles Woodson. I make big plays and that's it. Everybody else doing the talking, I'm doing the walking. That's who I'm talking about. That number 2. This dude got all the potential. They already saying he's the best corner in college football. Go out and prove it. If they throw your way, I'm taking it and I'm taking it to the house. You made the mistake of throwing over here. You throw over here, it's mine. Simple as that. Now that's saying, oh, he's coming into a sophomore. That dude was playing like he was a veteran last year, so there could be a sophomore slump, but he gonna get tested. But if he makes teams pay for it early, they'll say, I ain't even finna go at him. What's the point? I can try whoever's on the other side. Amarian Walker, make him show that he's that dude. So that's what I got. Will Johnson's your time. I know it's early to say that, but why not? Because this team needs you to be that dude this year. So that's all I got for this one, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.
It's great! Too great!